Hey guys, welcome back. In the last tutorial, we made imitation Texas Roadhouse butter. This episode, I'm gonna expand on that. Today I'm making a steak. I'm going to compare a recipe I found on TikTok, and I'm gonna pair that butter. I'm gonna put my little twist on the butter, and we're gonna pair it with some rolls I bought at the store. Let's get started. Okay guys, the first part of this meal, we're going to be making our biscuits right here. I just have a flaky layered biscuit from Pillsbury I picked up at the store, so let's get into that. Now, while we're waiting for that oven to preheat to the temperature we need to get our biscuits at, we're going to season our steak and we're going to compare recipes right now. As you can see, our oven has reached 350 degrees, and now I'm going to set these rolls in the oven, and I'm going to let them bake for about, I'd say anywhere from 15 to 20-ish minutes. I'll update you guys when I pull them. As you can see in that other video, I have a little bit different ingredients. That's okay. This is going to be my own take on it. So here are my ingredients right here. I'll give you a moment to pause. And then here I'm working with a just New York strip steak I just picked up from the store. So let's go ahead and let's get seasoning. Okay, now we're on to seasoning our steak. The first step I like to do is to pat my steak dry. So get extra any like gunk from the package. And I feel like this allows the seasoning to stick better from my experiences. So just pat it dry, pat it all over, and then I'll get my seasoning in here. Alright, now that we have our meat patted down, I washed my hands. We're going to add our seasoning blend. I will put that on screen of my blend right now. And I'm just going to give it a coating, a good coating on all sides of it right here. Alright, now that that's done, I'm going to go wash my hands and we're going to get ready to cook this. It's been about 20 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and pull these biscuits from the oven. And look at that, perfect golden brown. Looks well done. And now we're going to go on to the cook of this steak. Okay, I've let the seasoning sit for about 10 minutes. Let it all absorb into the steak. I've had this pan heating up for a couple minutes now to make sure it's hot, and I'm going to put the steak in. I'm going to put this avocado oil in, and it's just something I like to cook with. It's what I find is the best flavor, so I'm going to put this in, evenly coat the pan with it, a little bit more. Put that down. So see, I'm moving the oil in the pan, making sure there's a nice even coat on anything in the pan. We don't want some sections without any oil. And now I have the pan on about medium-high heat. I'm gonna do this to get a nice sear on my steak. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on and lay it away from me so nothing splashes. All right. So now, I personally like my cook on my steak about medium rare, so it's gonna be about anywhere from 3 to 4 minutes sear on each side, and that should be a perfect steak. So let's get to it. So it's been about 3 minutes. I just washed up all my prep dishes. So let's flip this steak and see if I got a good sear or not. Oh yeah. That looks good. A nice brown and black crust. Very crispy. Now we're gonna flip it and I'll take you through the rest of the cook with me. There you have it. This is my cooked steak. I'm going to take it off the pan and let it sit for a couple minutes to finish cooking, and it should be right around the cook I'm looking for. And now for our last part of this meal coming together, I'm going to recreate the cinnamon butter with my own little twist on it. So here, I'm just going to have, I have a bowl off to the side. I have almost basically a stick of salted butter, a tablespoon out of it. It's room temperature, easier to mix that way. Throw that right in.
Or you can mix it by hand, which is what I'll be doing.
Next, right here in this white container is cinnamon and powdered sugar, majority powdered sugar. I feel like this, I like things on the sweeter side. Really got a sweet too, so I think this will be pretty nice. I'm gonna go measure out 1/4 cup of this.
After about 2 minutes and
Alright.
good arm work.
Now I have my
you'll see that
1/4
everything
cup
is
of
on
that
fine.
cinnamon
There are no
and
longer
powdered
any
sugar
chunks of
mix. I'm just gonna pour that right
once
in.
you're done.
And next
Put this in the
is,
fridge. It'll last about a
I'm gonna
week.
do a teaspoon of honey, because who doesn't love some honey? See if it's frozen or not. Get all that honey from there. And now I'm going to mix this until I get to about a texture I personally like. That's why I'm hand mixing it, because I know I can be a little bit tricky about my butter. That right there is some good butter. I think I'm gonna keep it the way it is. That tastes amazing. And here is a look at our final meal. Right here I have the cinnamon butter. This is the biscuit roll I made. And this is the steak. So let's dig in and let's try everything and see how it goes. Okay, here is the steak. A little bit overdone to my liking, but oh well. Let's try a piece of that. Ugh. Overall, pretty good. I'd say it's a little bit more on the saltier side. I could have used less salt, But still, I think it's a really great piece of steak. I would definitely try this one more time. And let's here have a bite of our biscuit. Let's try that alone first, why don't we? I mean, it's a biscuit. It's pretty good. Really flaky, really airy. I like that. Now let's go ahead and try it with our butter. Again, that combination is really good. Classic. I don't think there's any better restaurant butter than the Texas Roadhouse butter. The only thing I will say is this homemade recipe, the cinnamon and powdered sugar can be a little bit more noticeable than as finer grated, but overall, great recipe, and I would definitely try this again. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll leave the recipes and links that I used in the credits below, and I'll see you next time.